Hey everyone, it's CL and I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because it is midnight. It's officially July 18th, which means BookTubeAthon has officially started here on the East Coast. And even though I have work tomorrow, I am trying to stay up to get a jump into BookTubeAthon, and I feel really excited about it. Of course, when the challenge is first starting, that's when I'm most energized. So I'm going to take full advantage of that, and I'm going to start with the book that I can only read after sunset, and I am going to read Keep Calm and Carry On and see how far I can get, and hopefully if I can finish this sooner, I can get a jump on the other books that I have in my TBR. So looking forward to BookTubeAthon. Yeah, and I'll keep you updated as the day goes on. Hey guys, so it's still day one of BookTubeAthon, but now it's after work and I have dinner in the oven, and I thought I'd do a really quick update while the sun is still out. And where I left off before, I was reading Keep Calm, Carry On, and I ended up staying up and finishing the book because it was such an easy read. And I do have to say that I gave this book 4 stars, but books about anxiety in general are kind of tough, especially if you're a person that goes through anxiety, because the things that they tell you, the tips to work on, it's one of those situations where it's easier said than done. Like, I understand the tips that you're saying, but applying them in my life is a totally different story. Like, the main theme of this book and other books about anxiety in general, they always come to that place where they say, why worry? What's the worst that can happen? And that the likelihood of the worst thing that could happen is so unlikely that you really shouldn't worry. Now, the problem for me when it comes to that is that I have done that before. I have gotten in that mindset where, you know what, I'm gonna relax. What's the worst that can happen? The odds of that happening are like slim to none. But the problem for me is the worst that could happen actually happened to me on more than one occasion. So it's one of those situations that since I've had something terrible happen, I'm even more anxious than I would be, because it's like my anxiety's on fire, and I'm like, if I don't listen to my anxiety or my instincts, then I'm going to regret it later. So it's very hard for me. It's something that I'm still working on. But as far as the book, I enjoyed it. It's a very short book about anxiety, but I thought it had a lot of good things within it. And I do want to share one quick quote. At the beginning of every chapter, they have a quote, and I particularly like this one. It's by Mark Twain. I have been through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. And when I read that, I thought it was pretty funny. So the next book that I've been reading, on my reading schedule, I'm supposed to read Mojave Incident today and tomorrow. Today, I'm supposed to get up to 110 pages to stay on my reading schedule. And so far, I have reached page 101. So I only have 9 more pages and I'll still be on schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read those 9 pages, and I'm going to try to read a little further if I'm able to. Now, one other thing is that during my TBR, I mentioned that I was waiting for that book Stardust by Neil Gaiman to be released to me on Overdrive. And this morning, the stars aligned, because this morning I checked my email and I got an alert saying that Stardust was released to me. So now I have that to work on as well, and I have to fit it somehow, some way into my current reading schedule. And what I've done, since I'm kind of just putting it wherever it can fit, I'm just splitting up Stardust through all 7 days. I'm reading 54 pages a day, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to complete it by the end of the week. So yeah, that is my update for now. I'm gonna probably try to update later tonight, but we'll see how things go. And at some point, I'm gonna have to cut it off during the night and call it a day as far as my vlogging, because I do want to edit this video and get it loaded, because I'm going to try to vlog every day. So yep, I'll keep you updated in a few. Hey guys, so this is going to be my last vlog entry for the day. I am showered, I am getting ready to wind down and head to bed. But as far as my BookTubeAthon day 1, I was really happy with what I was able to accomplish. Not too long ago, I finished this book here, Mojave Incident. I ended up giving it 3 stars, and I am being generous with those stars. It just didn't grab me as much as I was anticipating that it would. On the cover it says, the most frightening UFO book ever written. Do I agree with that? I do not. But as far as my reading today, I am so happy that I was able to finish 2 books that were in my TBR. This book here on my reading schedule, I had planned to read it Monday, Tuesday, but I was able to finish it in 1 day, and it puts me ahead in my reading schedule, so I feel really good about that. And I mentioned this morning that Stardust was released to me on Overdrive, so I kind of scrambled and put Stardust on my reading schedule, which I essentially will read a little bit every day. And I was happy that even for today, scrambling, I was able to read the amount of pages that I had set out for myself. So if I have enough energy tonight, I am going to read more Stardust so I can get even more ahead. Or I'm going to start on the book that I have set to start tomorrow, which is Walk of the Spirits. I'm kind of leaning towards Walk of the Spirits because if I fall behind in BookTubeAthon, it will probably be because of that book and its sequel. So I'm hoping to stay ahead because it feels really good to be ahead. But that could easily change in the next couple of days. So that's all I have for day 1. I hope you all had a great day 1. If not, keep in mind tomorrow is a new day. And please let me know down below in the comments what book you're currently working on. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow on day 2.